You're here with us, of course, at Africa Tech Festival 2023. One of the big themes, as always, is cybersecurity. And joining me now is Suren Naidoo, who's Group Chief Information Security Officer for Foschini Retail Group. Good to have you with us, Suren. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Just how seriously are companies on the continent prioritizing cybersecurity?
I think it depends. I think in South Africa we've got quite a rich and mature cybersecurity culture, specifically in the sort of large enterprise environments. I think when it comes to the small, medium enterprises, like everywhere else though across the globe, you do find that it's a bit of a struggle because of the investment required, and it's certainly seen as a grudge purchase in terms of whether it be technology to support it or cyber insurance. It's definitely a grudge purchase for many. They'd rather spend their money on investing in growing their revenue or improving customer satisfaction. Is
it a case of sort of short-term pain for long-term gain in that regard?
I think a lot of the small, medium enterprises are in survival mode. Typically you're looking at most organizations, if you're a startup, you're lucky if you get to the 2-year mark and successful. I think that's the case where you're actually spending money on developing the business and not protecting the business. So it's a bit of a tough one in terms of where do you invest your money.
What are some of the wins that we can take perhaps from other parts of the world that we can use here and utilize on the continent in terms of cybersecurity?
Yeah, I think it's a good question. So I quite like what the Australian Signals Directory is doing in terms of their cybersecurity help for small, medium enterprises. They've established something called the Cyber Essentials 8, which is essentially 8 controls that can be implemented by these small, medium enterprises to help them improve their cyber risk posture. And similarly, in the UK, you've got the National Cybersecurity Centre that has 2 programs. One is called Cyber Essentials, and the other one is called Cyber Essentials Plus, also aimed at the small, medium enterprises. And I think a program like that with something similar could be of value across the African continent. It just takes a bit of commitment from local players to buy into something like this and establish a program where we have an African Essentials program for cybersecurity or a South African flavor of it. I think that's where we need to start, to be quite honest, to really provide support to these small, medium enterprises.
Well, thanks very much for joining us. Cybersecurity, always a hot topic here at Africa Tech Festival. Make sure that you follow the hashtag Africa Tech Festival for all your other hot takes here at Africa Tech Festival 2023.